ESPN says teams are preparing trade offers for Damian Lillard after they took Scoot Henderson. Where will he end up? The official odds are the Heat with a big lead over Philly, New Orleans, Brooklyn, then Boston. But Dame has had zero communication all week with the Blazers. Not a good sign. Dude's been talking all offseason about not wanting Scoot, but they got him anyway. But how could they not? Scoot would have gone number 1 in almost any draft, but he fell to 3 because the Hornets took Brandon Miller? Fans were so mad, even the mascot was disappointed. How is that even a real clip? Michael Jordan just sold the team, but said he wanted control over one last pick. This is the guy who took Kwame Brown at number 1 overall, passed on Giannis, Zach LaVine, Damian Lillard, Devin Booker, and Donovan Mitchell. Seriously. Can you imagine being a Hornets fan?
Michael Jordan, you've owned the Hornets since I've been a fan, man. And every time I think you're about to do something like bad, you do something worse. We have drafted more busts than any franchise. And the moment I think, okay, this is it. This is our breakthrough, you know? We draft Brandon Miller.
Oh my God. That is worse than the Knicks booing Kristaps Porzingis. I actually hope Brandon Miller succeeds because I feel bad for this kid. But the biggest loser was Cam Whitmore. Dude was projected to go as high as 4th in the draft. Most people had him 5th to Detroit. He fell all the way to 20th, which cost him $14 million because of how different picks get paid. But why? It leaked on draft night. Teams were worried about his health. Dude had a thumb issue in college, but Cam says he feels fine. So what actually happened? I'm sorry, but we have to think about that weird report right before the draft. I don't want to put this on Cam, but it is a weird coincidence.
Disastrous workouts, disastrous interviews. And they're pushing him through the workout, and he is not in shape enough to get through it. Ultimately, just walks out of the workout. He said, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this. Walks out of the workout, leaves the court, goes to the locker room. One of the staff members walks in the locker room. He's hitting a vape pen in the locker room. He dropped it and put his foot on top of it and was like, hey, what's up?
Oh no. So teams weren't sure he's mature enough to make the NBA. But who picked him at 20? The Houston Rockets. The absolute worst team that could have taken him. The worst culture in the league. John Wall called them out when he left, saying the young guys just do whatever they want. They're a joke franchise. They have Kevin Porter Jr., who once left a game at halftime because he was mad about his minutes. That is his new teammate. Dude could have gone to the Heat at 18 or the Warriors at 19. 2 amazing cultures with great vets to grow up. Now maybe Ime Udoka as a coach changes that, but let's be honest about the reason he was fired. But a winner, besides Grady Dick's name and outfit, was the Dallas Mavericks. I was super disappointed we didn't get any huge trades. The biggest thing was before the draft when Golden State got Chris Paul, but Dallas did something sneaky smart. They moved down from number 10 in the draft to number 12. In exchange, the Thunder took Davis Bertans' horrible contract, and normally teams have to pay a lot to dump a bad contract. Dallas basically did it for free. They took Derek Lively at 12, who they wanted anyway. He's a 7'1" center with a huge wingspan for rim defense. Then, with the money they saved, they traded for veteran center Rashawn Holmes, who was awesome in Sacramento before Domantas Sabonis got there. They also picked at 24th and got a good defensive rookie, Omax Prosper. Now, I know it wasn't a huge blockbuster Zion trade, but they got a lot done. Another winner, the Cavaliers, for taking Imani Bates 49th overall. So all they gave up was a late second for a former number 1 prospect in the world. But what went wrong? Why did he fall from number 1 to number 49? He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated at 15 years old, called Baby KD. Then he won the best player in the nation as a sophomore, ranked number 1 as a junior. But in college at Memphis, he struggled, putting up just 9 points a game. It affected him mentally because the whole world was now calling him a bust. Can you imagine being 15? Everybody loves you, so you basically live on social media because it's so much fun to be on there. Positive vibes. Then when everyone says that you suck, you like trained yourself to live on your phone. You're just looking at the negativity. So naturally, he transferred back closer to home to a small school, but still wasn't great. I mean, he made third team all-conference at a small school. I'm not calling him a bust yet, but the Cavs can send him to the G League for a while to bulk up and get experience. I am excited to see what he could become. Loser, LeBron James. LA drafted a kid named Jalen Hood Schifino, who is a nice two-way guard back there with Austin Reeves. Good for him. But LeBron hates rookies. He's played for 20 years, but his teams drafted a player in the first round and played the kid with LeBron as a rookie 5 times. And who were they? Luke Jackson, Shannon Brown, JJ Hickson, Norris Cole and Mo Wagner. How many of those guys do you actually recognize? Basically, they all suck. This is a win for the Lakers' future after LeBron, but not a good sign for ring number 5. What LeBron wanted them to do was package number 17 with other players like Malik Beasley or Mo Bamba to get a win now role player. Now that could still happen, or maybe a Kyrie sign and trade, but on draft night, LeBron was a loser. Winner, Sacramento Kings. They traded out of the first round and did what a contender should do. They opened up cap space to get a win now player. They were like, forget the first round, forget these young players. I cannot stress enough how much of a waste of time rookies are for a winning team. Christian Brown for the Nuggets this year playing defense in the finals was like 1 in 1,000. Because the Kings got rid of Rashawn Holmes and gave their first round pick to the Mavericks, they opened up more than $30 million in cap space. That is almost enough for a max player to add to De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis. That is win now mode, not what the Lakers did. With that money, Sacramento can target Chris Middleton, Kyle Kuzma, Bruce Brown. You know they need defense. Josh Hart, or steal Austin Reeves from the Lakers. It's a 2-for-1. Winner, the Spurs. How often do you see everyone crying on draft night? First, the longtime GM R.C. Buford, crying when they won the draft lottery. Then when the Spurs actually picked Victor Wembanyama, Wemby broke down.
About these tears.
It's just accomplishing something that I've been dreaming of, my whole life.
It's enough to make me cry. The Spurs' only number 1 overall picks in their history were David Robinson in 1987, Tim Duncan in 1997, and now Wemby. So a Hall of Famer, a top 10 all-time player, and someone so good, everyone started crying. Now, rumors said San Antonio was trying to move back up to pick another big-time rookie to pair with Wemby, probably his teammate who went number 7, but that didn't work out. Now they have over $43 million in cap space to sign the right vets around Wembanyama to develop. Greg Popovich said Wemby will play in Summer League, which actually kind of blew my mind because I figured they'd be extra careful with the 7'3" guy, potential injuries. But Wemby loves to ball. It is why after he was gonna be the number 1 overall pick, he still played every game for his French team, almost winning the chip. But remember, guys this year have to play a minimum of 65 games to win Rookie of the Year. So don't expect Wembanyama to rest a lot during the season. I mean, if he has one injury, that award could go to someone else. But the Chris Paul trade is not what people think. Jordan Poole is gone, immediately unfollowed Draymond Green on socials. But ESPN reported when Golden State beat Houston in the playoffs in 2019, they went through their locker room chanting, F Chris Paul. And now that guy's on their team. There is actually something else about this deal no one's talking about. Check it out.